Here's a news update from Chronicle TV. I'm Danny Palma.
And I'm Myra Cruz.
Our top story. Dallas Cowboy Damian Wilson was arrested Thursday on 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The incident took place at the Toyota Stadium in Frisco shortly after 8 p.m.
Wilson was released from the Frisco Detention Center, posting bond at $200,000. A further development was made when the woman was allegedly standing in the parking lot holding a space for a second party. The investigation is still ongoing.
The abduction that led to the death of 13-year-old Siobhan Randall is still an ongoing investigation in South Oak Cliff.
She was found dead in a vacant Oak Cliff home on Sunday, July 2nd, only 4 days after she was taken from her Lancaster home. She was abducted in retaliation and held for ransom in a scheme involving drugs, robbery, and money. Randall's cause of death has not been released. A second dead body, Michael Titus, 19, was also found inside the vacant home with a gunshot to the head. 6 people have been arrested, but none have been charged with the murders. Many people gathered to drop off bears, balloons, and flowers at the vacant house where the bodies were found to show respect.
Friday, July the 7th, will mark the 1-year anniversary of the night when the shots were fired in Dallas at police officers during a protest march. The gunman, Micah Xavier Johnson, shot at 12 officers, killing 5. Johnson was killed later when a bomb-carrying robot was sent in after negotiations had failed.
Events will be held to commemorate the fallen officers in what is known to be as the Weekend of Honor, which will start Friday evening at 6:30 on the plaza in front of City Hall. For more information, a schedule can be found at www.weekendofhonor.com.
Police body cams are making their debut here at Richland. Tanner Winters informs us on the story.
The use of police body cameras has gained much focus in today's America. With the rising number of controversial incidents leading to accusations of police misconduct, it is not surprising that many police departments, including Richland colleges, have started using them. While the use of body cams has been a contentious topic in and of itself, there are many people who believe in their efficiency. One such person is Richland College police officer Francisco Arreguin.
I believe it's going to be a good asset as far as tools that we use among other tools that we have on our person, mainly because it's going to be able to give both sides of the complainant, the victim, the suspect, and the officer's view. And it's going to be beneficial to all parties. It's going to be something to get used to, but I believe it's a good tool to have among the other tools we have.
Officer Arreguin expresses the general position of the Richland Police Department, who are currently being issued the equipment. Richland student Zion Zinabu thinks that the cameras are a good idea.
I think it's a good thing because students can have safety on anywhere they go to. They can actually feel safe and they can actually be protected if protection is needed at the moment.
This is Tanner Winters reporting for Richland TV.
Christopher Hess, who was a police officer indicted in the shooting that resulted in the death of 21-year-old Genevieve Dawes, is now free on bond. Police had said that Genevieve and her boyfriend were in a stolen car that allegedly hit a squad car. After allegedly ignoring orders to exit the vehicle, they drove away until hitting a fence.
Officer Hess and his partner, who is not expected to face charges, are on administrative leave.
The wrestling team is back and better than ever. Here's Danny Palma with more.
The newly revived Richland wrestling team is on a mission to put bodies on the mat and get some pins. Leading the way is this year's NCAA Coach of the Year, Bill Neal, who shares what he enjoys about coaching the sport.
It's become a passion of mine, the wrestling end of it, and I get to work with all level kids, from the Pee-wee kids up to kids who are working out for the Olympics, which are somewhere in the room today.
One of these breakthrough wrestlers, Dustin Basham, has dealt with another challenge off of the mat.
I was really successful in high school, but I wanted to take my wrestling to the next level, but due to my dyslexia, I really had nowhere to go.
But even with dyslexia, Dustin doesn't let anything get in his way of success.
You know, I kind of had my goals set out. I was like, you know, I want to do good things. I want to go to nationals. I want to, you know, be ranked in the country, and I want to, you know, place at nationals. And I actually ended up getting 2 out of the 3. I went 20-7 this season, and I was actually ranked consistently in the top 10 of the country, which is a huge accomplishment to have your name in the top 10 of the country. I mean, that's like every wrestler's, goal to be a college wrestler and to have your name in the top 10. You're with the elite among the country.
With Coach Neal and Dustin Basham part of the newly returning Richland wrestling team, success is sure to come. I'm Danny Palma, Richland Student Media.
This past Sunday, Richland College hosted their annual open soccer tryouts. Daisy tells us more about these future champions.
This past Sunday, Richland College hosted their annual open soccer tryouts. Head men's soccer coach Sean Worley saw many new faces.
We had probably over 80 potential student athletes sign up and show up for our open tryout.
Many come in with the hopes of being on the team, but only a few leave with a name on the roster.
And out of those 80 players, we probably identified 10 or so that I think would be potential for our team.
Following a very successful year after winning the 2016 National Championship, Coach Worley has no intention of backing down.
And our goal is to make the playoffs, to get a bid to the national tournament and win the national tournament.
This is Daisy Santillan, ChronicleTV News.
We're halfway to the fall semester, and some people want to start their school shopping a little early this summer. Here's Daisy Santillan with the story.
If you ever needed any extra school supplies, look no further than the English Corner. The Student Supply Exchange Program offers different items.
We have paper, binders, notebooks, pens, pencils, school bags, a wide variety of student supplies.
All of the supplies are donated by faculty or students and available to the public.
And students can come in and take whatever they need to help get them through the semester.
London Vince, a student here at Richland, thinks the program is a great idea.
I actually quite like the idea where you can just turn in something if you're not going to use it. You probably bought an extra notebook and you don't want to, and you can't take it back, so you just give it to the English Corner and someone will come and use it.
Susie Baker tries her best to spread the word around the school.
Put flyers out across campus, and there's a flyer up on the monitors that are around campus.
Even though there are no plans to expand the program, the English Corner will keep offering supplies to Richland students. This is Daisy Santillan, Richland Student Media.
Getting familiar with campus could be challenging for new Richland College students. J.R. Azucena tells us why it is important to attend orientation.
New student orientations are being held at Sabine Hall this summer as new incoming students prepare for their college experience. An experience that even parents do not want to miss out. Once they have checked in and mingled with other attendees, Kelly Sonostein gives us a very important reminder.
Why do I have to go to orientation? New student orientation is actually very essential for students because a lot of them are coming from high school straight into college, and it's completely different. In high school, you're used to, they tell you when to change classes, when to eat, when to go home, when to get there. In college, we don't do any of that. So it's a completely new environment for people. It's harder. It's a lot more responsibility on the student. The teachers are not going to pester you to turn in homework.
This is J.R. Azucena.
They're going to tell you one time when something is due, and they're going to expect you to have it done.
ChronicleTV.
With school out, there are plenty of other activities to keep the brain busy, including a unique book club that started in March of this year. Here's Marina Pescador with the story.
CDs and records aren't the only thing Josie Record Store is known for. Every month, a hip-hop book club, formed by The Good Culture, a group of 4 young men, is held to discuss the musical attributions to hip-hop culture by various artists.
We break it down into 4 different pillars where we talk about visuals, production, lyrics, and influence. And we just have an open forum discussion with everyone that's here and basically just sit around and talk about why we like the albums that we've loved. A small conversation in GroupMe turned into this, yeah.
This past Monday, the club continued their series conversations of Kanye West's album, The College Dropout.
It's not only nostalgic, but it's still very relevant to what a lot of us are going through today. Like he talks about paying student loans and that type of stuff on College Dropout.
With Kanye playing a big role in the music industry, it's hard not to be influenced by him in many aspects.
He influenced not only myself, but he influenced hip-hop culture as a whole, from the way that people dress to what people listen to now, what people think is hip-hop.
Rapidly growing in popularity, the Hip Hop Book Club has easily become an event many people favorite because of what they take from it.
When 2 people meet and exchange ideas, you both leave with something that you didn't have, but you don't lose anything. So I think coming here and you exchanging ideas with people who listen to the same music that you have, you kind of have like a bonding experience, and it's very much relevant and very much needed.
With it being the first ever book club that analyzes hip-hop albums instead of books, they have but one goal.
Shed like a more positive light on hip hop. You know, it's not always the most positive thing whenever you see it in the news. We just hope to take it beyond. I don't want to put it in a box to where, oh, we just want to do this and stop there. Like, I want to go wherever this is going to go. It's going to be worldwide. It's going to be amazing. So we're excited about it.
This is Marina Pescador, Richland, Student Media.
If you love video games, you're going to want to tune into this next story. David has the scoop.
Meet Evan. Evan doesn't have a regular video game collection. He collects retro video games.
It's been about 9 years now. Usually local video game stores, sometimes conventions or online.
The most interesting thing about his collection is the enormity of it.
It's around 1,000, I think. Yeah.
It is a huge collection, and he's been working on it for a very long time. And it's such a huge variety of vintage videos.
I really like collecting for Atari. It's probably the oldest, and all the way up to Wii U, which is the newest. I just really love the history behind the games. You know, the companies, the publishers, the developers, the music, the storylines, and they're just really fun. I love the history of it.
He didn't have to take my advice to get vintage videos. He's been collecting for so long, it was more of going to the various places to help him find the videos. But that's the only help I really given him in actually acquiring the videos.
I'm basically making a library of games here. I'm trying to collect for a lot of different systems, trying to go for a full set of some systems.
David Ivey reporting for Richland Student Media.
You can take a break from video games and go to Six Flags for the park's latest attraction. Kendall Hall has the details.
There's a new villain at Six Flags over Texas. The Joker is making his debut appearance this season with a free-flying experience. The ride had a rough start when 8 passengers were stuck on the coaster due to technical difficulties, but that didn't stop thrill seekers from enjoying this new attraction.
I'm actually really excited to ride the Joker. I came like 2 weeks ago and it was closed due to the incident, and now I'm gonna get to ride it. I'm a little nervous but excited.
This has been Kendall Hall reporting for Richland Student Media.
Hundreds gathered to celebrate the 4th of July and watch the big fireworks show at Firewheel Mall. Tanner Winters shot video for the event.
Fireworks lit up the sky over Firewheel Mall. Swarms of people visited the surrounding area to participate in the festivities, with both children and adults having fun that night.
Be sure to visit the richlandstudentmedia.com for all the latest information and news.
That's our report, and you're up to date.
I'm Danny Palma.
And I'm Myra Cruz.
Thanks for watching.